they say that even if you love the place you live in, then you have to change settings every once in a while just to get that creativity going. So you have different stimuli, you are exposed to different places, and especially this is valid for street photography. Little I knew that this little glass, which is the Sigma 45mm f2.8, would be surprisingly good. And so when I left Lake Como and I had to catch on the train, it's only a 40 minutes ride to connect to Milan downtown. Well, I had to dodge the masses here and there because here there's this phenomenon which is called over-tourism that doesn't give me many hints or inspiration to photograph, and I wanted to hit downtown Milan. And for the occasion, I normally shoot f8 to f11 my street photography. I wanted to mount an ND filter on this glass because I wanted to test it wide open to see the definition, if it's sharp, the chromatic aberration, so on and so forth. And especially because being minimalistic, if you put an ND in front of your camera, well, you're ready for both photography and videos. And so I wanted also to witness and to record all the journey all day long. So guys, if you're ready, let's go rolling. I will show you a bit of Milan, not the most famous places because Piazza Duomo and Galleria, they're always overcrowded. I went a bit outside of the touristic roads, first because a few years ago I lived in Milan for a few years, so I might know one spot or two that who is not locals doesn't know, and then I just know what shot I had in mind and where to look for inspiration, where to test this Sigma, and where to see if this A7C Mark II is really a valid alternative to the well-known Leica Q3 or other EDC cameras. So being compact and lightweight, I also wanted to be minimalistic. I only had one, I wouldn't call it tripod, it's the monopod that I use for the speed light when I'm shooting my portraits, and then I only had one glass, one spare battery, one filter, and a lot of inspiration and a lot of hopes. So let's see together this journey in Milan downtown with a POV street photography session. So we're here in Milan today with the Sigma 45mm f2.8 because I really want to test it in real world. And so I'm using it to record videos. I'm using it for some street photography. I'm also wearing Jarvis here, my action cam, which is not comparable to the DJI Action 2 that I had, but it's good enough to have some POV street because I really want to show you what this lens is capable of despite not being a very fancy and expensive glass. So stay tuned because if you're ready, let's go rolling in Milan downtown. So here I am once again. I was testing the minimal focusing distance, and over there's the stage because they're also playing some music over these summer nights in Italy, guys. And I was not in the standard, I was in active state, which is not needed because the camera is now on a tripod, or at least on a small monopod that I use normally for the speed light when I'm shooting portraits for families or for couples, but so far so good. I mean, being minimalistic here in Milan is the way to go, because when you're traveling around, you need a backpack, you need to carry the water, you need to carry the glasses, the filter, the batteries, the spare memories, the tripod, the everything, and you don't really want to be to go around with so much weight. I'm gonna show you. This is the backpack that I'm using, which is compact and lightweight, and does everything that I need for a journey or for a one-day journey, because I have a spare t-shirt, I have some water, and my glass I let home, the 28 to 75, because it's big and bulky. I was used to go around for my streets with my Leica Q2, and I have to say this Sony A7C Mark II is a good substitute because it's comparable in size and it has many more capabilities, especially I'm referring to the video specs, while photography side, that one had a bit more resolution so I could punch in, but this one has interchangeable glasses, and so with 33 megapixel, I guess it's more than enough to have a good resolution if you want to print out, even if you want to reframe afterwards in post. So I will keep on rolling, keep on going, and I hope you enjoy the photos and the videos that I'm taking in Milan, because I'm really enjoying the journey today. Now, I wanted to test this glass in many ways, and so I tried, of course, managing. I appreciate the aperture ring, I appreciate the size, I appreciate that when you remove the hood to mount the ND filter, is still more compact. I had to add the grip to my camera. I changed the strap because the Sony strap first is too visible and Sony might appeal some pickpockets here and there, and second because I normally only wrap it around my wrist, and so this is not so soft either, and so I changed it to the one that I used on my Leica, which is smooth and a bit shorter. And apart from that, I have to say, Castello is always a great place. This Sigma performed oh so well. I was not expecting it because it's quite a basic of a lens. It's 45mm. I had to get used to this focal length because I normally am a 50mm shooter, so not so far from that, and definitely a 28mm shooter because it has the same proportions as the 50mm, but I have to say 45 is manageable to me. I didn't give it a try to the 40 because otherwise it would be more in the 35 territory, which is not my preferred. I didn't get my Tamron, and I wanted to test the autofocus from the Sigma because while Tamron has a participation from Sony in the shares of the company, Sigma is completely independent, and I always thought that it would be better matched to the Leica M-mount cameras. But I have to say, even with this Sony E-mount, it's performing well. So I will show you here and there a few examples of photos that I've taken with this combo, my Sony A7C Mark II and the Sigma 45mm f2.8, and I was also surprised by the end results because it was first one-of-a-kind type of street photography session because I never go around with an ND filter in front of my glass if I'm shooting stills, and second because it was scorching hot, and so the temperature, fortunately at a certain moment the sun went away and it started a bit cloudy, and so white skies give this perfectly smooth and soft light, and so I didn't have to relight using flash on the go. It was super easy, and so I had so much fun. Now, as you can see, this setup is good enough for vlogging, assuming that you have a monopod, because you need to keep the camera at a distance, and so of course it weighs a lot. I'm not using the active state because otherwise it will crop in too much and will be too much close my face, and I don't think you want to see it, right? Despite the background is blurred, you can understand I'm in a beautiful historical place, which is the Castello, but still 45mm can be used for vlogging despite not for long periods. Of course, an 18 or 20mm would be much better, but I have to say Sigma, it doesn't let me down at all. I thought that Tamron would be a better match to the Sony because Sony owns a percentage of the company Tamron, while with Sigma, it's just a collaboration ongoing for years, but they don't have exchange of shares. But I have to say, it's not so bad. I always despised Sigma because they make bigger, bigger and bulkier glasses compared to any other brand out in the market, but these eyeglasses, this is the eye line, and I picked up the 45 mil, and I have to say I'm quite pleased of it for the results, for the color science, because it's compact and it doesn't have an internal optical stabilization, but it works quite well with the stay in the camera. So the IBIS is more than enough, assuming you're not walking around, otherwise you will need a gimbal. So yes, in the end it was quite the journey. I had to jump on a train in Como city center, and it's only 40 minutes far away from Milan city center, and then in Milan I'm having this big nice walk because first I lived here decades ago, but I still know my way around, and second, because I still have my favorite places. Castello is one of those. The second one is the park close to the Planetario, because it's also close to Milano Centrale, which is the station from where I'm traveling back and forth from Lake Como. So guys, let me know down here in the comments if you like Milan, if you plan to visit Milan anytime soon, or Lake Como, or if you need any street photography advice about gear, about settings, and I'm more than happy to help. So with that, I hope you got some value out of this video. If you did, please remember to like it, share it on social media, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the reviews to come, and I guess I will see you later, and I hope that the wind is not caught by the microphone because I didn't put the cut fur on it. It's not muffled.